Spencer, what were we doing today?
Today we were mostly mulching a lot of plants, and then we were ripping out invasive species, and then we were also planting new plants.
What kind of makes an invasive species super invasive is that it throws off resource partitioning. And resource partitioning is how native plants and ecosystems share their resources like in real life, and why you don't just have you have a forest of many plants and not just one. Things will grow at different heights, so they get different levels of sun, they share resources that way. Plants will have different types of roots, some go out really far, some just kind of go down like a carrot. But anyway, they reach different depths, and so they get nutrients and water from different areas, and that's just kind of how they share things. But invasives don't really fight fair because they came from someplace else, so their traditional growing pattern isn't kind of thrown off too, because they just have to adapt to the new area where they're at. So what they do is they come in and they start stealing the resources. So the blackberry is really, really strong, so when the canes come up, they can come all the way up over the top and they'll drape over things, and so they take everything's sunlight away from them, and it will shade out other plants. It's anything and everything they can do to take away something else's resource. That's how they do it, and that's what makes invasives a problem. It's not just they're not from here, so we're not welcoming them. It's just that they can turn things into a monoculture. People will plant invasives in their homes, like periwinkles, those pretty little ground cover things. It's all over the forest in there, and it's just because people plant them. In the English ivy, a lot of people plant that, even on the University of Washington, all along the walls, because it's pretty, and it and they don't have to do upkeep and maintenance on it because it grows so well, but it also just covers everything, and it's just because people don't know what they're doing really.
What are some ways that you raise awareness?
Well, events like these are really important. I've gone and taught students, 7th graders, about this. You making your own actions, and then your friends kind of notice them and you talk about it like that. I don't always like to associate with all of the super environmental hard people, because the extremists kind of make our whole group look like crazy hippies. And so if you just talk this is what it is, this is the science behind it, and you teach people how to fix it instead of yelling at them for doing it wrong to begin with, that's kind of more how I think to do it.
Our unit's on globalization and just how globalization has affected the environment, and specifically Seattle.
Yes.
So what are some ways you think it's affected the environment in Seattle?
Well, globalization is there are parts of it that are good, there are parts of it that are bad, but I think the worst part is just nobody does anything local anymore is the problem. And so all of our food is grown somewhere and then shipped somewhere else, and just all of the transportation that it takes for food to get from one place to another is a huge problem. You're only going to a farmer's market or a local market, taking it once and driving it home instead of it traveling thousands of miles first to get to you.
A lot of money and resources.
A lot of money. It's actually cheaper to do this, to just do things locally. Early globalization, more just global travel, people were bringing over plants just because they didn't know what they would do. They thought that they were helping it, but it's just, it's a lack of localness. If people spent more time eating the crops that could grow natively in their area, there would be a lot less problems.